Hello, once again, I'm back on the grind. So I'm gonna make a new script right here. Immediately start off. So my tutorial today, I actually made my last video today as well, but who gives a crap? Um, Variable reference. No, that's not what I'm doing. So what I'm gonna be doing is focusing on functions, something I have in my script. Now I'm gonna get rid of startup because I do not need startup for what I'm doing, nor do I need services. So what I'm going to be doing is telling you how to make a local function. I cannot type. I still cannot type. So local function. Now what this is something that allows you to save a function as a variable and then fire that function later in a script, which is the holy grail of scripting because it saves you a lot of work for something that you do not need to do and like rewrite. So I'll give you an example of a scenario where that would come in handy. Let me just pull up a random script. Let's see. Sure, we'll pick my Tycoon kit. Shameless pug. Anyway, so if I go to the core handler, I have a, nope, that's not the right function. Here it is. So I'm saving the data right here. And I need to be able to save it multiple times in the script. Well, that's what functions can be useful for. It means I don't have to write as much. Now, you could go really far with doing this. You could create functions for a lot of things. But right now I'm going to focus on the basics. What I'm gonna do for this local function thing is I'm gonna use my last video's script, which is my broad part. So I'm gonna use this script. Say I want the sound to play. Yeah, I think that is a better idea. I'm gonna get rid of this script and I'm gonna put it in the brush script. So you see this sound, it works, of course. Since last video, if I play the game and allow it to freeze for 2 seconds, of course, like usual. Wait for it. There it is. I hope you don't have the same issue that I do. But uh-oh, I disabled the script. Okay. Well, it plays a sound. Just pretend it's playing a sound. Bruh, 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 bruh. Anyway, I'm gonna edit the script. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make this even longer. I'm gonna show you how it works. It just plays the brass sound in different pitches because I think that's cool at least. Oh, come on, stop. Hear that? Oh, beautiful. I have my auto clicker. Oh yeah, that sounds amazing. Anyway, essentially what I'm gonna be doing is rewriting this so I don't have to um rewrite the code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to a function and then I'm going to show you how to use that, how to put it into practice. So for this brush script, of course, I'm going to make local function. Now, sometimes you don't need this, not every time you need it, but it'll tell you when you need local. So, and it'll tell you when you don't need local, because it'll give you an error saying it needs to be local or it doesn't need to be local. Just pay attention to that. I like to keep it local in case I need to. It's not necessary in most scenarios, but if you're making it local, what happens is it doesn't let you use it in separate scripts. So local is basically trying to tell you it's local to this script, which is different from the meaning of this local. This local just means that you're creating a new variable in the script. Well, technically it's still the same thing. Anyway, so I'm gonna do play sound. Now, I could put arguments in here. I think I should do that. Let me do that. So the first argument, you could actually put however many arguments you want in here. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do the first argument as a real argument. And then the next one, I'm going to do two more. So the first argument would be mouse click. So I want to see what part. Now, a lot of scripters don't know this, but if you put a colon here, you actually can tell the script which type of instance it is. Which I want it to be a base part, which is every type of part. Union, meshes, special meshes, file meshes, stuff like that. And then I'm gonna do bool, and then I'm gonna make that a boolean. Shut up, Windows. Get out of here. Boolean. So that's gonna be a boolean. And then the third argument, just for the show purposes, I'm gonna do it without that. So I'm gonna do poopy, I guess, whatever. I'm just gonna do something random. So here's three different arguments. Now if I enter, I should be able to create this into a function. So what I want to do is, say I don't want to rewrite this every time I do something. I will move it into here. And it still works the way it is right now, but I want to make sure that the function is specific to what I'm doing. So if I wanted to play it in a different part, like say I wanted it to play here, I'd do that using this argument. So I would do the part, and what I want to do here is do part. So part, base part, that would just be any type of base part. It could even include the spawn location. But basically, I'm just changing the parent of the clone here. So now I can check this. Now for the second argument, the third argument, I'm gonna print stuff. So for the boolean, I'm gonna do if boolean is true, boolean. Now what you could do, whoops. What you could do here, come on, get out of here. If bool, then now the reason I don't put if bool equals true is because technically this is already true right here. And that goes for anything. So like if I have pitch, if it exists, it'll be true. This would be true. And then else is it being nil or false. So basically you could do this if you were really lazy like me. So anyway. So I'm gonna do if bool, then print. Let's just print something weird. Also, fun fact, you can do this with quotes, and it allows you to, let's do poopy. Poopy. Yeah, let's just do that. And then print, whatever. Let's just do ugly, I guess. That's the first word that I just thought of. I don't know why. Don't ask me why, please. Don't ask me in the comments. I beg you. So what I want to do is make it play a sound when I click. So this function on its own will not do anything. This right here. You have to fire the function. So I want to play a sound. Actually, speaking of arguments, even though I'm not talking about arguments, oh well. Sound ID. Actually, I'm not going to do a sound ID because it's a little bit unnecessary right now. But if I'm doing arguments and I wanted to do the sound ID, I would just include it into another argument. So sound ID, you know the drill. I could put it in this argument, but whatever. So for the arguments, I'm going to play sound. So I want to play the function. This would just fire the function. But as you can tell, it's giving me the error here. And that is because I did not insert any arguments. And as you can tell, there's the base part and there's the boolean. Now, if you put something that's not a base part in the first part, it won't work. which is useful for certain types of debugging. If you're making like something like my module scripts. Anyway, so I'm gonna do the part. I'm gonna do broad part. Broad part. So this would be the base part right here. And then I would do boolean. So I'm gonna just, if this was useful in this script, you would have like I worded that poorly. Basically, that can be useful. I'm just not making it useful. I'm just making it absolutely useless. But you could do whatever you want with the arguments, and you could have as many as you want. You could go hog wild with this. Um, you you could just do whatever you want. But I'm gonna make the bool false. No, I'm just gonna do true. And then I'm gonna make poopy pretty useful. I'm gonna make it. Now you see it. It's adding the attribute type or whatever you can call it. Um, I'm not a genius, so I don't know what that's called. I guess it's a tuple. I think it's a tuple. I guess I am a genius after all. Anyway, I'm gonna put poopy, or whatever. I'm gonna be cringe on purpose because, well, you're watching this video. I want to torture you. So I could make it play the sound here on mouse click, and then I could do other things. Now, I'm gonna do debounce. Now, I will do a tutorial on how to do this because I know you're begging to your knees. You're down on your knees begging me to make a tutorial on how to debounce, so I'm gonna do a debounce. Now, one thing that annoys me, it grinds my gears, is when people put debounce to true by default. Debounce is not on until you use it, so it makes no sense to make it true there. Now, debounce, a lot of people, they try to make it out to be something really complicated. All it is just a boolean, one singular boolean, and an if statement. So what I would do for debounce, it's very simple. It's not complicated. It's very simple. Debounce. So if debounce, actually, I'm gonna do if not debounce, then, and like I said earlier, you could just do this instead of doing if debounce equals false. It's just much easier to type that. If not debounce, then debounce equals true. So this will make sure this won't run until debounce is false again. Because it'll keep trying to use debounce. Anyway, the reason I'm gonna be using debounce is so the part when I touch it doesn't spam the sound. So I'm gonna do bruh part. Oh, I do not know what I did there. Oh, I do. Bruh part dot touch connect function right here. I spelt function wrong. I definitely did that on purpose. Whoa there, buddy. So you could do arguments in here. I could do a whole thing on that, but I'm not going to do that right now. Actually, what am I saying? I should be doing that. Actually, you know what? I'll leave that for later. This will be very buggy though. Part.touch connect function. It will be very, very buggy if you just leave it like this, but I'm just gonna do it for showcase purposes. If not, debounce equal. Should I actually do the argument? You know, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I don't think it'll be the end of the world if I don't do, brain fart. Okay, whatever. Debounce equals true. I'm gonna do a debounce and then play sound. So I want to do play sound raw part true, of course. Actually, it's gonna be false this time. And then poopy won't play. I could do poopy as whatever, actually. I'm gonna do a number this time. It doesn't matter what I put in poopy. I'm not using poopy right now. Wow, I'm saying poopy a lot. Anyway, yeah. So I'm now making the function work twice. And because it's a function, I don't have to write the whole entire code up here more than once. I could just put it up here and then use it anywhere I want. And I should be able to play the sound now if I touch the part or click the part. Now, right now, the part detects if anything touches it. I will do a video on how to make it so you can touch a part and do stuff. But now I can click it. Now you see it's not playing it anymore. And I definitely did not forget to do this. I'm definitely testing you right now. You need to put debounce back to false. I totally didn't forget that. Please leave me alone. Actually, don't leave me alone. Watch the rest of my video. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna make it wait 1 before it turns to false. Yeah. Oh, the transcript is gonna love me today. So now when I touch the part, it'll play bruh. And now when I click the part, it'll also say bruh. And there you go, that's it. Anyway, I'm gonna